Year 1, in this video I'm going to explain to you what we will be learning to do in art today. So I'm going to start by making myself small in the corner, and then you will see this page. And this page is where it tells you what we will be learning, and I will always put this at the front of your lesson. So at the top it says let's paint. It says let's paint because that's the name of our topic. And then underneath it says today we are learning, and it will tell you underneath that what it is we will be learning in this lesson. I will always show you this page so that you can go back and remember what it is that we're doing in the lesson. Okay, then underneath it says, where's my cursor go? It says we will, and these are all of the things that you will have learnt to do by the end of the lesson. So we will use language to describe brushstrokes. So I'm going to teach you what a brushstroke is, and I'm going to teach you words to describe brushstrokes and different sorts of brushstrokes. Okay. Point number 2 is you're going to know how to hold a paintbrush correctly. Now I've seen children in the past, hold paintbrushes like this, and they try and do good painting. I've seen people hold paintbrushes like this and try and do good painting. No, it's really important to learn how to hold a paintbrush correctly so that you can do the best work possible, and I'm going to show you that. The next thing you're going to learn is how to organise and use our painting equipment. If you want to become a good artist, it's very important that you know how to use the equipment best. You need to make sure your equipment is all put in the right place and organised as you use it. That means you will keep your desk tidy and your work as good as it possibly can be. Okay. The last thing we will be doing in the lesson is this is where you will practice the new skills that you have learned and the new learning. It says you will experiment with different brushes and ways of using them. So I'm going to ask you to take 3 different types of brush, and I'm going to ask you to use those brushes and experiment with those brushes in as many different ways as you can. It's really important in art that you know how to use brushes in different ways and you know what sort of marks those brushes make. So I'll show you why. I'm going to turn to the next page, if I can. There we go. And on this page, it shows you why brushstrokes are important. It says, what are brushstrokes? Now, if you look here, this is a picture by a painting by a very famous artist. Oops, excuse me. Let me just go back to the last page. Sorry, Year 1. This is a very famous painting by a famous artist called Van Gogh. And this painting is great for showing you what brushstrokes are, because Van Gogh has used so many different brushstrokes that you can use. The brushstrokes, you can see all of the individual brushstrokes, the lines of paint. You can see up here, you can see orange brushstrokes, you can see white brushstrokes, you can see grey brushstrokes in his hat. You can see white brushstrokes in the corner of his hair. If we look at his beard, there are different types of brown and ginger colours and yellows, different brushstrokes of different colours. And if we look at this close-up here, you can see the brushstrokes even more clearly. We've got brushstrokes going in this direction. We've got brushstrokes going in this direction. So you can see from these 2 pictures that brush strokes can be made in different ways. They don't always look the same. Some can be long, like this. Let me show you. So some brush strokes, where's my cursor gone? If you see this brush stroke, it's a very long brush stroke. But if you see this one, it's very short. And to be a good artist, we need to experiment with many different ways to make brush strokes. So let's turn the page. And here it tells you, it shows you what brushstrokes are. It says brushstrokes are the marks made by a paintbrush. And underneath here you can see there are lots of different types of brush. And if you look above, you can see the brush strokes that each brush creates. Wow, lots of different ways of making brush strokes, lots of different brushes you can use, and lots of different ways you can hold and use the brush to change what brush strokes look like. And this is what you will be trying out today in your sketchbooks. So I'm going to go now, and there'll be another video to show you how to do the task. Bye for now, year one.